I had some goals when I came out here today. What I intended to do was go out and use my creature bait to find some other places where bluegill may be laid up right now away from the beds. But I also came out to redeem myself from the catfish that humiliated me over in deep water a couple of weeks ago. I wanted to catch at least one, preferably two or more of those. And so you can watch the video and see what happened there. Let me say, though, that I feel redeemed, pretty much. Anyway, great time out here today. It's a great way to spend a day. If you want to go out fishing somewhere, find a small lake nearby, your pond, water supply lake like this one. They're all over the region here. And it's beautiful out here today. It's hot, but nonetheless, the fish were biting. And I was able to find bluegill, and even found some bunched up in a bedding area, which is unusual, but sometimes right in the middle of the summer you find them there. A few bass I caught. So there's hardly a better way to spend a day than this right here, out in a beautiful area like this. When I was out here, as far as on the lake, I didn't see another soul the whole time I was out here. Not another boat on the lake, not another person fishing out here. Fish were biting. I stopped because I just got tired and a stringer filled up. So in any case, watch the video. You'll enjoy it. See some of the see some of the action, see some of the bluegill, and see what happened over in 60 feet of water where I was humiliated 2 weeks ago by those big fish that just messed up my little Snoopy gear. You'll see what happened. Come on with me, go fishing. Actually, I've already been, but you come along, go with me on the video, and I'll see you later. Well, I'm out here on the water supply lake I fished a couple of weeks ago, the one where I lost 4 big fish over in deep water. And I'm going to be fishing a little bit different area this time for bluegill and bass along a bank over here, and moving around in that direction. And then I'll be going over where I hooked those big ones the last time I was in here. I'll still be using my creature bait for bluegill and stuff along the banks. But some of you saw what happened last time with the little wire hooks and the light rod and reel I was using, a 6-pound test line, when I hooked the pigs over there in deep water and never got to see one. Well, today I've got a couple of different rigs, both the same rods and reels though. And on these, this is a Penn Squadron rod. It's a spinning rod, 7-foot medium heavy action spinning rod with a Shimano Sienna reel on it. And this time I have Trilene, 14-pound Trilene XL line instead of the 6-pound line I had before. A 2.0 bait hook, which is fearsome. And see if we can't do better at hooking and hanging on to some of those big fish over there, if they're there at all. But if they are, I sure want to be able to at least see 1 or 2 of them, as opposed to last time when I never got a view of one because they humiliated me. So I'm going fishing now. You can go with me. One thing about this, one note here, when you're fishing out of a rig like this in this plastic boat, 2-man boat, your first rule of the day is do not fall out of the boat. Trust me, I come close every time I do it. Making rod bend, yep, nice bluegill. As usual, my creature bait. This has just changed my fishing this year. I throw this for, this right here will catch bluegill, bass, catfish, whatever you throw it in front of is what will eat it. Adult bluegill, they're right up there, just almost on the bank. Not bad. This is really showing me, this lake is showing me what I can do next spring when I come in here. In fact, I think I'm gonna get me some, I think I'm gonna start getting me some bluegill on the stringer, take home a few to eat today. Well, pulling my little deal across the top of the water there, and a bluegill came up and hit it. So at least I'm finding something close to what I'm looking for here. That's not a bad little bluegill. Nice. Okay, got me a rod bender out here.
right up in the flat water. It couldn't be more than a couple feet. Sun shining down bright on it. Look at there. This is really giving me hope for next spring. Nice. Well, even on that great big hook, this big hog of a bluegill was down there. Look at that. That's a good fish right there. That's a good one. Isn't a giant catfish, but by golly, if I can catch a bunch of these around it. I'm afraid to throw anything less than this. He bit on that big 2-0, on that great big 2-0 bait holder. Okay, I have hooked one of these beasts down here. And I'm going to try to pull him away from this thing here, which is going to have to go with me a little bit. It's a big fish. He's going to have to go with me some here. You can hear that drag spinning. That's a big fish, but this ain't 6-pound test line. He's having to move a little bit. Boy, when he wants to go, he's going though. Dang. Come on, boy. Get my net out here. Come on, boy, let's do this. I'll turn you loose if you'll come up to the boat here. You just come up and see me right quick. Come on. Come on up and see me a little bit. If you don't wear yourself out, that's okay. There he is. At least I'm getting to see him. Hopefully you can too. He does not want to come up, but he's gonna have to. He's gonna get tired. Just retied everything because I'd lost one down here before, and you'll see why. Good gracious, look at this. And there he is. Not a monster by any means, but I want to tell you something. Woo! Good gracious. Look at you. Now, I suspect that there are significantly bigger ones down here than this one right here. You can see that before I lose him. If I can get a good grip on him here so you can see him. Nice catfish. What I say, when you're fishing with this spinning gear, talking about the fish being beasts and stuff, this is not one of the bigger ones I've hooked down here. That's a nice fish right there. That's a nice fish I'd take home to fillet from the park. But I have lots of catfish fillets, and I just like knowing that this size fish is in here. So I'm gonna let him go, and I'm gonna throw in there again and see if there might be a bigger one in there, because I got a feeling there's some 10-pound plus ones in there. Try again. There you go, bub. Thank you. Gloria. Well, here's another catfish. No doubt, if I can get him away from this bridge or get him away from this tower. Got to get him away from this tower. Hang on there, boy. Come swimming with me. Wow, they really make a run when they first hit. Come on. How this one is compared to that last one. Well, I tell you what, they're strong. I'm able to move it a little bit, so it may be I got it out away from that water tower. As long as my line holds, should be well hooked. There he is. Wow, there's some healthy catfish in here for sure. Get my net out here and get ready. Look at that. There he is. Man, they're strong fish. Look at that rod bend. Wow. There he is. That was a little bigger than the last one. Wow. See if I can get a... Y'all can see this. Trying to keep him getting all tangled up in my line here. Now, I misjudged the size of these. I don't know what I was hooking down there the other day, if it was these or something much bigger. But I mean, you saw what they do just even on this rod and reel, which is significantly heavier. You saw what this right here does on even this bigger rod. Here's what you can bet on. There is a healthy population of catfish in this lake right here. I'm not going to keep fishing for these today because I'm not keeping them. I did, this is the third one I hooked today. I broke the first one off. My line was fouled up underneath my reel spool, and as soon as I tried to reel, it broke him off. Then I caught another one a little bit smaller than this one. Then this one right here. This is a healthy bunch of catfish in here. So I'm going to go on bluegill fish now. Just wanted to see some of these, and they have done me proud. All right, buddy, take it easy. Well, I got a rod bender here that is stripping some drag. Back over fishing for bluegill. This feels like a red ear. So this is really pulling hard. Wow. I'm hoping I'm getting this on my GoPro here. Oh my gosh, look here. It's a bass. Come on in here, boy. In here. In here, that's a good keeper size right there. Got to be under 15 inches, but they want you to take them out of here, so I'll put him on the bluegill stringer. Just got to make sure what size he is, but I already know he's less than 15. I'm going to check him anyway. He's 14 inches, not bad. That's about as good as you get out of here for an eating fish. For an eating fish. Just because anything over 15 inches, you got to put them back. Yep. Snag me a red ear over here. They're just all over the place. It's shallow water. This is up in a cove here. This is you need some place to spend a day. It's hard to beat this. Really, look at there. Isn't that nice? Nice bluegill in this lake. These are bigger than the ones I was catching last week. I don't know what the difference is, but these are nice, really nice, good sized bluegill. Look at this. That's a chunk. Wow. Look at that. My goodness. Now, this is the kind of bluegill I'm looking for in my world. That's the kind of bluegill we haven't seen in a long time in this region around here. And there's some big ones out here. So I can't wait till the springtime, but Look at that. That's a beauty right there. They're tucked in pretty tight. They're tucked in pretty tight to rocks and limbs, old fallen limbs and stuff, but you get it in there, they'll come out for it. Man, finally kind of got zeroed in on the bluegill here. And they're nice ones. A couple, that one a while ago was just really big. There you go. Oh, it's another one. It's a bass. Glad the people at Mulberry here love for you to get their little bass out of here. They make a good meal along with those bluegill.